welcome back to our first round here of the 6th annual Weapons of Grass Destruction event out in Tupelo, Mississippi, out at the Trace Gold Layout, also known as the Warrior Run course. I am Dustin Murray, still bringing you the coverage with Josh Coghill here on the card. As we take a look at the scores, Cam 5 down through 9, a really brilliant start. And not too shabby for yourself in GT, still hanging around at even. Sam at 1 over as we head into hole number 10. Why don't you tell me about this one, Josh?
Yeah, this one is it's a very, very difficult hole. With it being a par 5, there's a good chance you can birdie it. So the landing zone is actually to the right where the drone is flying. There's no real way to get to this island over here to the left. So you want to throw a 350-foot shot on the right-hand side and then try to carry the water landing somewhere in that area. For the longer throwers, there's a chance at an eagle on this one as well.
See that GT is going for the forehand, trying to play against the water and make sure he stays on this right side fairway. And it seems like he's done just that. The problem with this is that if you flare out too much, then it's just a longer shot to get across.
Yeah, you want to play as close to the water as you can. But this island over here on the right side, it's slowly slopes towards the water. So Cam had a really nice control on that shot, hit the ground flat and didn't really move anywhere.
Yeah, Turnbull was able to come out and straighten up and stay pretty close to the water's edge as we see you, Josh, here looking to take a shot. And, oh, that's looking pretty money as long as it can stay. No, my goodness. That's so close.
Just slides off. I'm actually attacking this hole for eagle. So I try to bite off a lot and get close to the water. Unfortunately, a little too close there.
That looks so close to catching and staying. Maybe a little more to the right, and it would have been good. We see Sam having to bail out here a little bit to the right himself, so he'll be first up to bat on trying to approach this green.
Yeah, he probably has close to 415 feet water carry here. You kind of can bite off as much as you want, however far you think you can get. Fortunately, that one comes up just a little short.
Yeah, and I know that GT, just from watching him play, certainly has the power to still make this, but again, he certainly put himself a spot being this close to the OB line, away from the water. And yeah, this one's drifting to right. It does not seem like it's back in time.
Yeah, no, that one, he just threw it a little low and a little bit too much turn.
Seemingly one of the best chances to make it. Throw out that wide hyzer. Is it going to make it? It's looking deadly close. I can't tell. It hit land, but did it make it? Yeah, I saw ripples there, I think.
He made it across. Yeah, he made it across. He kind of got a bad break. It hit the land and jumped backwards.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw some ripples in the water right after it hit land. We're going to see GT here taking his next attempt over the water, and this time he is going to be able to make it. Caught up in the woods, but able to water carry. Now you're up next. You're throwing 3, I believe.
Yep, so I still have a chance at a birdie here. I just need to put it kind of close.
Looking like that's pretty much what you wanted.
Yeah, that's not a bad shot. Got a little bit of a skip there at the end, but really anything inbounds when you're throwing across the water is a good shot, so I'll take that one.
Yeah, you can definitely tell this hole has some teeth to it because not only do you have a skinny fairway on that second shot to cross and the long water carrier, but also if you go a little bit deep at the basket, you're stuck in the woods and you're having probably a really tough putt ahead of you with probably trees in your way. But definitely there's a lot of things to think about, I feel like, on this.
Yeah, this one's a nice little touch approach shot from Sam here. You have to put some brakes on the disc there. But the ground being kind of beat in right there by the basket, you can catch some skips into the water. So
seeing everyone just trying to make do with what they can on this one. GT, it's a top band. I'm assuming that tall grass is still in, so he should be okay.
Yeah, it's just in the water.
Okay.
So
that could have been scary. A bit more. Looks like you had a little bit of a low ceiling to deal with there.
Yeah, a little bit of foliage there, but I'll take the par.
Looks like Camel as well there. I have a handful of birdies on the day on this hole, but I do have to give a shout out to Jared Neal for getting the eagle, the only eagle on this hole. A big play from him in the first round. For telling me that he is known for cranking the.
Yeah, if you can throw as far as Jared, this one you better at least get the birdie, and have a pretty solid putt for eagle. Jared's I would put Jared in probably the top 20 in the world in distance.
Oh, okay. Wow. That is a high praise. Seeing everyone just kind of clean up here around the basket as we prepare to head into hole number 11. Going to be another par 5, this time at 645 feet, and this time with a much different theme. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this is another par 5. On the last one, it was just throw it as far as you can. On this one, you have to have a lot of accuracy. Anything left or right of the fairway, and you're pretty much par at best. The perfect landing zone is about right here, and then you can throw a pretty stock forehand up this hill. The play, it is threeable, but you have to get a 60 or 70 foot skip. Most people's third shots are somewhere in that area per button for birdie.
I'm still at the box here, going first, and looks like it's pretty much how he wants it, though it does kick left a little more than he probably had hoped for. Up next here. Oh, looks like it was a little overturned.
Yeah, I tried to get aggressive there. Missed the last par 5, so I was trying to get way up the fairway there, and unfortunately wasn't able to get too far.
Sam going the forehand route and does get caught up a little bit here on the right side of the fairway, but able to make some decent progress. We see GT up next. He can get with this backhand, and that's about as dead straight as it gets.
Yep, that's dead middle of the fairway. That's a really good shot. He'll have a pitch up around the corner. Should be able to get there.
So you see your forehand. Looks like it may have gotten tangled up, and uh-oh. Had a tree kick there.
Yep, not the kind you want to be doing on this hole.
Josh, I'm gonna learn you something here. You lose that battle 10 out of 10 times with that tree. I have never seen a disc golfer beat a tree. Never happened in the history of disc golf, and I don't think it ever will.
Nope, doesn't. I definitely felt it. Getting frustrated on this course, man. This course will do it to you.
I do feel like that tree wins though 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It wins that fight. Valiant effort though. So Sam stretching out there with the skip and gets up there.
Yeah, that's a nice shot for him being on a knee there. That's a high level shot. So Sam should be able to get up and down from there.
And would give him a chance to get a birdie, which seems like a rarity on the day on this hole. See GT up next with his forehand, trying to flex it up that hill. Pretty good progress.
Yeah, that's not a bad shot at all. He'll still have a look at a birdie if he can get up and around.
You trying to pitch back out into the fairway here.
Yep.
You're able to do just that, and now you're trying to make your way up there with the forehand. Looks a little inside, but skips up there nicely, actually.
Yeah, just trying to get in position to save a par. Being off the fairway so many times on this one's tough.
Tough position there for Cam, having to do a bit of a touchy backhand turnover, but able to get up there a bit onto the flat. Sam up next. And has a chance to approach up here for a birdie based on his play so far on this hole, so we'll see if he can try to get it all the way. Oh, early tree. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough mistake for Sam there. He played that hole pretty well. Now he's gonna have to make a long one to save the birdie.
Speaking of people who still have a chance to birdie here, GT certainly one of those ones. Gonna get the forehand approach, and he has put it right next to the basket. So yeah, it looks like he will be carding the only birdie on this card.
Yeah, he played the hole perfect from tee to green, so he deserves the birdie on this one.
Am trying to give his bid at a birdie, and oh my.
Yeah, great effort by Cam there.
Absolutely. Sam looking to try to he can here, and oof.
Yeah, just like on the front nine, he's just stuck at that distance. It's hard to make birdies.
Oh.
Little grip issue there. I'll blame it on that.
Okay, that's fine. Not the tree, though.
Yeah, not the tree.
No trees were harmed on that putt. So that's good. Making progress as we see you clean up there. And yeah, worth noting that only 3 birdies on the day on this hole. GT being one of them, as we see him tap in. But Chad Sherbert and Isaac Mars also getting the bird, so shout-outs to them on, again, what was a rare play on this today as we take a short break. All right, now we are back. We're on hole 12, a par 4 at 616 feet, and looking like we're still in the woods.
Yeah, relative to par, I think this one's probably the hardest birdie. This tee shot is so demanding. Takes a lot of touch to land. This is the landing zone in this area, and from there you want to throw a forehand through this gap that the drone's going to be flying through. You want to go to the side, this inside gap right here. If you try to push the backside, that water comes into play pretty quick. So
Let's play as the second hardest hole on the day, just behind hole 7. Oh, so we see taking the box for the birdie on the previous hole. Trying to get down the fairway a bit there. Seemed like he was doing okay.
yeah, this one's kind of tough. The landing zone's blind, so once the disc crests that hill, you really don't know where it's going.
At that point, it's hand to ear and listen for trees.
Mm-hmm.
See you up next. Try to get down there. Get a bit inside. Can't really tell.
60 feet left.
Yeah, a little bit inside there.
I'm going with the standstill. And that looks like it's hugging the right side just the way you want, and it's starting to fade at just the right time.
Yeah, that was a good shot. A little bit right off the box immediately, or initially, but he ended up in a really nice spot.
Speaking of nice spots, GT actually did wind up in a pretty fantastic spot. Seemed like he was a bit concerned off the tee, but seems like he's in a pretty good position. A little bit of a flex forehand and making it down there.
Yeah, that's a really nice shot from GT. It's hard to get all the way to the basket from him from that spot. That's almost the best shot that he could have thrown.
Definitely a chance to get the birdie for him. Imagine. See you trying to make a little bit of a scramble happen here on the left side of the fairway. Forehand chipper, and oh man, it sounded like you were online, but just caught a little bit of something there.
Yeah, I tried to play a skip shot back out to the right. Unfortunately, it hit something on that left. Cam here from a knee. Very difficult shot.
Yeah, a little low, but it catches a couple of good skips, and so there's still certainly a chance for him to make something happen, but you're like, I mean, Sam's in prime position.
Yeah, that's position A for this hole. You don't see very many drives landing there.
That second shot making its way up there, so he is indeed. Have a look. See you trying to still get up and down and save a par from this position.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Go just inside that gap. I threw a pretty decent shot there. So I'll have a chance to save my par at least.
Hey, I'll upgrade you from decent to good. I think that was pretty solid. I'll give you that one.
I'll take it.
Speaking of a change in scenery, what happened here?
Yeah, we were walking down to GT shot and we heard the rain before we felt it. We kind of all looked at each other and were like, we should probably get umbrellas out. That doesn't sound good. So.
Oh my! It was looking fine, and all of a sudden it's just pouring.
Yeah, it came from nowhere.
A little bit step putt birdie attempt there from Cam. Oh.
Yeah, he caught a bad break there. He didn't deserve that, but unfortunately it stood up and rolled.
Luckily it stayed in. He able to get in there?
Oh, spin it back replay. There you go.
There you go.
Nice putt from GT. That's a dangerous putt. If he doesn't hit metal there, that's 100% in the water.
Hey, risk it for the biscuit. Biscuit being a par, be able to eat it. That works.
Yeah, Sam, this is another difficult putt for Sam. He's just stuck at that range where he's playing
Oh,
well. There you go, Sam.
and there it is, Sam carding the only birdie on the day for hole 12. Shout out to him. See Cam looking to clean up his par to get that meter off the OB edge. Oh wait, did he go in?
Yeah, he ended
Oh
up
wow,
trickling
okay.
into the water.
I thought he caught maybe that tall grass on the edge. I didn't think he went all the way in. So yeah, that's a tough one actually. Never mind. Gonna lose him one there. Still at 4 under though. Sam climbing back up to 1 over. There as well. GT at even as we head into hole 13, a par 4 at 409 feet, and once again we're in the thickness of the shrubs.
Yeah, another tee shot. Kind of demanding. There's a very specific landing zone on this one. You want to throw pretty sharp hyzer off the box, put you in the landing zone, and then if you're in that spot, it's a pretty straightforward putter shot to the basket. So this is one you're hoping to pick up.
We'll see Sam's up to the plate first with the birdie on the previous hole, and shot looks about what you'd want.
Yeah, he makes it around the corner, so he should have a chance at a birdie there.
And really just the name of the game is staying on the fairway and getting around that first corner. Sam able to execute that perfectly. We're going to see GT up next. That looks inside.
Yeah, he missed inside just a little bit.
See you up next. Also looks pretty good.
Yeah, that one felt good. That felt like one of the better committed drives off the box in the woods so far.
Yeah, you've landed in prime position, it seems like. We see Cam up next, looking to follow suit, and a little high, but seems like it avoids that ceiling and still makes it a pretty good ways up the fairway. Maybe catches a little bit of something early, but not bad. Looks like a tough scramble.
GT's a little bit left of the fairway. He'll have to come up with some kind of trick shot here.
Like a little bit of an Annie forehand there, and able to make some progress up the fairway, so doing about the best he could have hoped for given the situation. Sam up next. Again, had a good tee shot, looking to try to capitalize.
Yeah, that if he can just get around this tree right in front of him, it opens up pretty wide to the basket, so looks like he's done that.
Indeed he has. He's floated it up there nicely. Great touch on the backhand on the edge of the fairway. Gets him up towards the basket. So, said, could have a great chance to wind up with the bird. Cam looking to do just the same thing. And indeed, looks like he's capitalized. Catches a little bit of a bump early, but still gets up there.
GT with the awkward stance here. Makes it work. Does a really nice shot.
Oh, yeah. Bounces up there, so he'll be able to salvage his par. And again, you had best tee shot of them all, trying to get up there, and oh, no.
Yeah, just let it go early. Got to thinking about the tree in the backswing, and that's not what you want to do when you're throwing shots.
Looks like you didn't even have an easy time approaching up there for the par. Definitely had a lot in your way, but you're able to put it outside, and it looks like you got up to where you needed to be. This time for the birdie putt, but does connect, getting a stroke back from the previous hole.
Yeah, Cam's putter's been hot this round. He's pretty much made everything inside of the circle.
I feel like Cam's just always been known for having a really all-around game. Effortless distance, good form, and oh no.
Yeah, I was frustrated from the approach shot, having
Right.
the missed shot off the box. Just lost focus there, and fortunately, but taking a bogey.
He had such a great tee shot as well. Sure, that's a little bit of a bitter pill to swallow, but again, there's still a lot of golf left to play. More full round, still a few holes left to go in this round, so definitely still a lot of chances to make up for any mistakes. Kind of finishing off the hole here. Again, like I said, Cam able to get back up to 5 under. Even for GT. And Sam, you are at 2 over, but still in the mix. Head off into our next hole. Going to be 14, another par 3 this time. It's a little bit shorter, 285, and this seems a little bit more routine.
Yeah, this is a pretty simple shot for all of us. Just a big forehand. Get it high. You kind of want to play it more inside than you think, just because if you don't play it inside and you hit anywhere left of this basket, it's almost guaranteed to roll down the hill.
I see, okay. Let's see Sam up first. Like you said, a forehand specialist. That looks like it's perfect.
Yep, high and inside. Yep, right on top of the hill.
Happy with that. As we see Cam up next, basically following the exact same line. A little more outside, but still a really good result, though it does roll down a bit, but still right there in circle one. See what GT can do. Is that two inside, or is that still where you want it?
That's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit inside. Yeah, a little bit inside early. He'll have an obstructed putt, but I think he's still inside the circle.
It seemed that way as we see you up next, and it looks like you've connected the dots, though. That is a tough roll away, though.
Yeah, that kind of happens if you don't play it a little bit more inside than you think. That tends to happen on this hole, so not unexpected.
Tough straddle out putt here, having to get down onto a knee, stretch all the way out. Testing his flexibility on this one, trying to still see if he can come up with the birdie, though. This is not a factor, but awkwardness is, and yeah, just get that one down.
Yeah, that's frustrating. This is one of the easier holes on the course, and you're kind of wanting to get this one.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like a stock, you know, side arm hyzer for our right-handed players on this car, but just the slope of this hill definitely can sometimes get you, but not you. You're able to still get that birdie putt. Well done. Sam and Hammond pretty prime position to follow you into birdie land.
Yeah, these should be pretty routine for both Sam and Cam. They're both really, really good putters, so shouldn't have any issues here.
There it is. Sam putting it in the basket, so he'll collect his birdie, and we'll put down his marker and look to the same thing here. And indeed he does. So 3 birdies off the card here on hole 14. As we'll see GT step up to try to go ahead and knock in the par. There you have it. So now we're getting into par 4 territory once again. This is going to be hole 15, 713 feet. Tell me about this.
Nice two-shot hole here. Throw your straightest driver off the box. You want to land somewhere around where the drone is now. And then it's a pretty simple forehand hyzer up to this hill. Just get it around the corner. Make sure you beat these 2 trees here.
This hole kind of gives me some vibes from like hole 1 from Smuggler's Notch kind of deal.
Yeah, it's very scenic. For me, this is the prettiest hole on the course just because you have the cut fairway and the long grass on the outside. So, very pretty hole.
Backhand roller out of Sam here. First one of those we've seen all around, and this looks like it's done pretty much what he hoped it would do. It catches the tree there at the end, but still makes a pretty good amount of progress.
Yeah, he's up the fairway. He's got enough power on the forehand. He should be able to get to the basket from there.
Cam up next. Like he's just looking to go all air. And get
a little
below
high.
it. Looks like he caught something on the right side of that fairway. What are you thinking here?
I'm throwing a pretty just straight star destroyer, getting it to pop flat and go as straight as I can. Ends up being in pretty good position there.
Had to make our catch cam dodge a little bit there, but you had a pretty good shot nonetheless. Is kind of the point though, getting right where you want to be. As we see GT up, and his is drifting right on him a little bit there. Can it straighten up in time's the question? Again, reflexes on the catch cam, all-time high today.
Yeah, Cam's in a tough position here.
Looks like he got a kick to the other side of the fairway here, and they'll push the hybrid driver up there pretty good ways. Not sure how close he is to the basket though.
Yeah, he's probably, I would say probably 45 or 50 feet. Just didn't get around the corner. With him being down the hill, that's a tough backhand shot. So.
You haven't thrown a bit of a turnover here on the right edge of the fairway. It seems like it's crashing up there nicely, though, and skips forward a great distance. So he's going to be right there in circle 1.
Yeah, I was highly impressed with that. He was in a weird spot, a weird angle, and he told me he threw an F5 there, which was pretty nice. It most people it takes a full drive from there. So
Speaking of full sends, this is a big forehand out of Sam, and it looks like it gets maybe just outside circle one's edge. Couldn't really tell.
yeah, he should be about 35 feet.
Here you are after a brilliant drive. Try to get up to the basket here with that forehand spike hyzer, and again, can't quite tell, but seems like you made it pretty good ways.
Yeah, still outside the circle there, but I'll have a look.
This is a tough look for Cam. Like it's going to have to be kind of a jumper and hyzer type putt, but seems like there's a ceiling he has to kind of challenge.
Go
Ooh.
in. Nice bid.
I mean, you can't complain about that bid. Play a nice attempt. See if you can one up him here with a little bit of straddle. Online, just a little low.
Yeah, just didn't get the power from the legs there.
Sam can do is he's also just outside of circle one, right there on the edge. Drops it in. Well done.
Yeah, that's better. He's still stuck at that 35-foot range, but able to connect on that one, so that's good to see.
BT looking to try to match him as he's definitely got a little bit of an easier challenge ahead of him to do it, and he will collect. So yeah, Sam and GT, 2 of only 4 people to birdie this hole. Isaac Mars and Jared Neal also joining them. That accomplishment. Shout out to the see everyone else kind of just tapping and cleaning up and get ready to head on to hole 16, which is going to be a 376-foot par 3, playing just slightly over par on the day. And we are flying through a gap, but I almost feel like if I had to guess, that's not the route people are taking.
Yeah, this is not the intended route. Most players are going to throw a big forehand out over the road there to the left and just try to stall it and spike in near the basket. So
yeah, that tunnel's real cute, but there's a lot of airspace over here that I feel like you guys are looking to explore.
yeah. If you're taking that tunnel shot, maybe you need to make some better decisions off the box. So
let's make a little Mando right. Josh is like, nah, don't do that.
Yeah, Sam got a little unfortunate there. It looked like it had a good angle to skip towards the basket. Kind of got a counter skip.
He up next, and he's throwing darts out there. That is stuck right next to him. He's happy about that, and he should be. Cam up next. Short, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is. You have to hang it out so wide, but you also have to push the disc. So it's a touchy shot.
You sky it pretty well. You're going to be on circle's edge, it appears. Up first to putt. There you go. Nicely done.
Yeah, nice circle's edge hit there for myself.
Your putt looks like a cross of like Paul Macbeth and Adam Hammis. I don't know if you've ever been compared to those two, but like I kind of see it the way that you cock your knee to the right when you come back in. Yeah, pretty cool putt.
Cam, I expect this. Oh no, that's a good putt from Cam.
Yeah, that good putt, unlucky result, I think is kind of the correct summary for that situation. As Sam, let's see what he can get done here. That's a nice birdie putt from him. You're starting to see him really warm up now, I feel like, on this back nine.
Yeah, Sam, he's just, like I said, he's been stuck at that distance where it's hard to score from, but he's got his putter dialed in now and making some birdie putts. So,
speaking of birdies, we're seeing a couple of them here, but what I also need to highlight, he had an ace. Oliver Richardson coming in an ace in this hole. Shout out to him. He's one I'm familiar with out of my area, so shout out to Oliver on the ace on 16. As we head into hole 17, a par 4 at 717 feet. What are we looking at doing on this one, Josh?
Tough shot off the box. You have 2 gaps. You can go left of this big tree, or you can take the gap that the drone's flying through. Preferred gap for the birdie is the right gap, landing somewhere in that area, and then very, very tough shot to approach the basket here. You want to try to end as straight as you can. That way you have a big forehand approach to the basket.
This hole looks a challenge for sure as we see Sam going for the backhand turnover and does get through the gap. Bit of a cut roll and a hop and a skip away. What?
Yeah, he throws a roller on this hole, which is the gap is so far down the fairway. It's a pretty cool shot to watch if he was able to hit it.
Yeah, I didn't realize it had that much turn, but then I quickly realized, okay, this is an intentional roller, and it went really well. From that reaction, I don't think that he was too pleased. Hit the gap as well. Challenging the ceiling a bit. Catches some branches, but still makes it a really nice ways.
Yeah, that's a pretty good landing spot there. The disc went straight, so.
Looks like Cam liked the roller he saw earlier and decides to do one himself, but he gets caught up on the right-hand side there. Man, this looks grim.
Yeah, GT's in a tough spot. It's going to be hard to salvage birdie from here, but he should have a pretty easy par if he can manage to throw the shot right.
Out of his hand, he complain. Ooh, right before the sidewalk.
Yeah, as long as you can get somewhere close to that sidewalk, it's pretty easy to get to the basket.
See Cam going for his forehand here after getting caught up a little bit early on the right-hand side with the roller, and he's able to make it a pretty good progress, so it seems like he's going to be able to salvage par. Sam, who had a pretty great roller off the tee, in my opinion, has a chance to make a play here.
I think this may be Sam's third. We may have missed a shot here.
Ah, okay. Like that one was a little bit tough as far as making some good forward penetration. Does get out into the open. Here's you. This is you throwing too, correct?
Yes. Yeah, so this is the landing zone you want to get to, so you have the big forehand to the basket.
Swung it out wide, but you trusted your disc well, and it gets a great skip and a roll, and it looks like you're right there at the edge of circle one.
Yeah, I'll take that. For me, this is a bonus birdie on the course. If you can get this one, you're probably picking up strokes.
It does seem that way. It was playing .68 over par on the day. Definitely put it up there. I think it was the third most difficult hole on the day. I'm 12 and 7, so absolutely right on that one. Actually, only 3 birdies on the hole this day. You might be one of them.
See, I got a little tester putt. So we'll see if it's able to find the chains.
Yep, indeed it does. Congrats to you. Again, only one of 3 birdies on the day on this hole. James Hopkins and Chad Sherbert also doing those honors. And trying to clean up the par here. Indeed, he'll be able to connect that, no problem. Everyone else stepping up, what should be a routine tap-ins for most. One left to go here. Hole 18. Is Sam putting it in?
And GT's there for the cleanup, so not a bad played hole for the card. 1 birdie and 3 pars. That's about average on the hole without the birdie.
As we head into our final hole of the round, hole 18, it is 691 feet. It's a par 4. Josh, why don't you break this one down for us?
Yeah, last hole of the course. This one, you want to step up and just throw your straightest disc. There's a Mando tree over there to the right. Parking lot will be to the right as well. But you want to step up, throw your straightest shot, about 400 feet. And then you have a pretty scary approach shot. Everything basically that's not green up here is out of bounds. So very tough ending hole. Can make or break the tournament if it's the last round.
Pretty but deadly, I think, is a nice summary of this one. Trying to get through this Mando and get through that gap and get the height right off the tee. And like you've done just that. That is a beautiful shot.
Yeah, that was my best shot of the round for sure. Was able to hit the shot pretty much perfect. I don't think I could have thrown a better shot.
It's like if someone could have said, hey, we'll put your disc here. Are you cool with that? They've been absolutely every day. One looking like it's leaking a little inside, and yeah, he's going to catch an early tree there, so that's going to leave him with still a lot of ground to cover on his approach. He up next. Makes the Mando, but leaking right, and it's caught up. It's like, yeah, that's going to be a tough spot.
That's going to be tough.
And last at bat. Looks like he's following your line, maybe a little lower, but similar result, just not quite as deep up the fairway.
That's still a really, really good spot. He'll have a pretty simple shot to the green, and a good spot to secure a birdie, though.
As we can see, GT was certainly left with a very tough play ahead of him here. Forehand through that gap. Not quite sure where he landed. Sam up next. On the ground to cover. Oh.
Sam's got a lot of power on the forehand. I expect this to be a pretty good shot. Looks a little high and inside.
Yeah, certainly stays safe, and it actually does punch through, so at least he's out in the open. But gonna be probably pretty tough to go for the bird. Cam in prime position to make the approach for birdie, and he drops it in perfectly, gets a roll, but gets it to spin back towards the basket, so that's a brilliant shot. It looks like GT did pretty well for himself considering the spot he was in.
Yeah, he to be able to get to that spot from where his drive landed, that's well done. He should be able to get to the basket for a par here.
It's brilliant. Looks like it'll do just what he needs. Skips up a little bit towards that tree. It gets a little bit of an unfavorable roll, but seems like he's still right in that circle one area. Here you finally get to play. But the wait was worth it, Josh.
Yeah, that was for sure. That was my best shot of the round. I put it far enough down the fairway. I had a very simple zone approach shot there.
I think all you have to worry about now is just not hitting your head on the way back up to the basket. Pick up your lie. Sam stepping out here to try to get up and down. And yeah, well done. Good recovery from him after a little bit of a tough tee shot. And the clean up par here. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it got a little bit of windy there. See the branches moving. Unfortunate finish there for GT.
Sam looking to save par. Having a good approach. Yeah, that's a nice cleanup there from him to salvage that. And you and Cam have chances at birdies here. And Cam, you know, has a pretty routine little putt. And Josh, if you don't get yours, I don't know. We might have to have a little chat. I don't think you're going to struggle on this one. Got this one.
Yeah, I shouldn't miss this one. This one should find its way in,
So there you go. Congrats to you and Cam. 2 of only 5 players have birdied the hole on this day. Christian Camp, Cole Neal, and Isaac Mars being the other 3, as we do see the back 9 wrapped up, and there for round 1 in the books. We're going to see Cam, as you can see, at 7 under. So in the lead, Jared Neal jumping up 6 under. Then we have Chad Sherbert at 3 under and Cole Neal, others at that 3 under mark. You still, you know, in the hunt at 7th place at 2 under. Kind of see the rest of the field coming through as well. And yeah, that's going to do it for the first round here at the 6th annual Weapons of Crash Destruction out in Tupelo, brought to you by Dynamic Disc. I've been Dustin Moret bringing you the commentary, and Josh Coghill, I appreciate you coming in and helping me out, man. I hope that we'll have you for the other rounds as well, I believe.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I had fun. Stick around for round 2. Lot more action here coming up.
Yeah, great course, a great play, and oh, look at that. We even get a little credit action. Much love.
Shout out. There you go.
Appreciate you, Andy. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on round 2.